Have you ever asked yourself, how can I possibly accomplish everything on my to-do list and still keep my sanity? Or how can I make time for family, my kids, things I enjoy doing when my job is so busy? Or my favorite question, how can I sleep more restfully? These are just a few of the questions that millions of us as moms ask ourselves on a daily basis. In a demanding and busy lifestyle, we're all battling exhaustion and how to manage our time more effectively to be the best moms that we can be. So, in this video, I'm going to give you 7 things that I've discovered that help me and some of my single mom coaching clients to keep some balance and to keep their schedule. My name is Latarsha, and welcome back to the Single Mother Life and Company. If you're new here, welcome, and if you have been rocking with me for a while, thank you so much. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and go ahead and check the description box below for your single mother's wellness toolkit. So we'll go ahead and get right into the things that help me to keep my schedule in balance, keep my life in balance, and also some tips that I give my single mother coaching clients. So the first thing is you must have a plan. Once you have a plan in place, then you can make some tweaks and adjustments to that plan that you need to make or that you deem appropriate. But the first step is actually having a plan. Because if you lack a plan, typically you will try to accomplish the first thing that arises. And for most of us, the first thing that arises on our schedule is usually the least important. The other day, I was in my business closet searching for something, and it took me 5 minutes to find it. Automatically, I'm like, okay, I need to clean this closet. 2 hours later, I'd made progression in cleaning the closet, but that wasn't even on my to-do list for that day. So after that 2 hours, of course, I was tired. So the thing that I was supposed to do, I didn't get done. I've been cleaning the closet for 2 hours, and I still had to make dinner. I still had to take care of my son. I still had to get some other work done. So my priorities were out of whack, if that makes sense. My priorities was out of whack. So with that being said, although my closet needed some attention, the the thing that I had planned to do for that day, it was more pressing. And as single moms, if we aren't careful in planning, then we will be pulled from task to task. Of course, because we are doing everything on our own. And usually when we're pulled from task to task, when we don't have a plan, when we don't have a list of things that we should do for that day that you deem as a priority in your life, then we will never really accomplish anything. But we'll always be tired. So, nevertheless, be sure that you have a plan in place for each and every day. The second thing you want to do is you want to implement family time. You absolutely must schedule time with your kids, quality time. I know in the times that we're living in, it's so easy to give your kids a tablet, to give them an iPad, to turn YouTube on for them, to allow them to watch TikTok a couple of hours at a time. And I'm guilty. My son, he has a PlayStation, he has a laptop, he has an iPad, he has all of that stuff that keeps his attention, that allows me to get the things done that I need to do. But as single moms, we must schedule that quality time with our children. And if you are a mother with children still in the home, which most of us are, then you must recognize immediately that this is a season of life and it passes quickly. My sister just had my nephew, and I was looking through Facebook at my son Kingston's baby pictures, and I'm like, wow, how quick time has passed. You know, I miss it when he was so little, when he was a toddler, when he was 3, when I was having his 5th birthday party, singing happy birthday to him. Now he's 12. He's 12 and he rarely wants to be bothered with me. So this is only a season. So if you have small kids, no matter the age of your kids, be sure that you spend quality time, because in a blink of an eye, this season is going to be gone. Parenting is a small season of our life, and it is quickly fleeting, so we must take advantage of some family time. When we don't implement quality time with our kids, then most of us carry the burden of guilt that we aren't good enough as a mom, or that we're shortchanging our children by having to work outside the home. So scheduling the time and making it a quality experience for your children, so that when you are at work, you can be present at work and you won't experience that burden of guilt. How can I spend quality time with my children when I'm always working? Well, you have to get creative. Like, when you're off, maybe you can have popcorn and watch a movie. You know, it doesn't have to be expensive. Go on Amazon, order a popcorn maker for about $20 and pop some homemade popcorn, watch a movie. Or another one of my favorites is, I like to ask Kingston, my son, I like to ask him, okay, what were your highs of today? What were your lows of today? And he'll tell me his highs and his lows, and then I'll tell him my highs and my lows. And usually that takes about 45 minutes of conversation. You know, that's quality time. So whatever works best for you and your children, that is how you will implement and plan that quality time. The third thing you want to do is you want to have a more productive day versus a busy day. And again, in this social media age, it's kind of like we're in competition with each other. It's kind of like we compare our goals to our social media friends, and if they seem to be reaching their goals quicker than us, then we feel as if we're not productive. So instead of trying to be productive, we become busy. But as previously mentioned, none of us struggle with too little to do. We are all being pulled with an endless list of things to do, but we must focus on production versus reaction. The quality of how you perform the work is often more important than the quantity of the work. So let's try to have more productive days as opposed to having busy days. No, we don't want to be busy and bootsies, but we want to be productive and boot. Okay. Now, a lot of people don't mention this one a lot. Another thing to do to manage our time effectively as single mothers is have fun. A lot of us, we go throughout our jobs, our homes, our relationships in a way that is so busy and stressed and serious. And we never take the time to just laugh and to just be free. And we're never really enjoying the moment. We're usually in the past, regretting the past, or we're usually fearing the future. And this is why a lot of single mothers struggle with depression or anxiety, because we don't know how to enjoy the moment. We're at home worrying about the job. We're at home worrying about the bills. We're at work worrying about the home. So we have to make it a point to actually enjoy what we are doing. We have to recall why we took the job in the first place, or we have to recall why we became friends with that person in the first place, or why we began dating that person in the first place. We have to recall how much we enjoy our children, and we have to choose to focus on the joys of parenthood versus all the things that we have to do. Sometimes I like to have a dance party with my son. Like he loves to do the little Fortnite dances, and I do my thing, my little dance. Sometimes you just have to do that. Just let go and just be. Just be in a moment. Get a couple of laughs with some friends, with some coworkers. Take yourself out to eat. Just actually enjoy your day. Because when you're having fun, it makes managing the rest of the day easier. This is a very important one, and it is to rest. Okay? Rest, girl, rest. Statistics continually support that well rested sleepers are more productive throughout their workday than those who struggle to get sound sleep. And the number one cause of insomnia is a busy mind. You have to learn how to turn that mind off. I say this all the time. We lie awake thinking of the 52 things that need to be accomplished tomorrow. We lie awake thinking of the 10 bills that's due. We lie awake thinking about the new shoes that our kids, all the things we need to do around the house. Hebrews 4:9 says that there is a special rest waiting for the people of God. Verse 11 on that same chapter further challenges us to enter into God's rest. When we recognize that everything we have comes from God, every blessing, and that there is no challenge that is too big for Him, then we're able to truly enter into His peace and rest. And when we understand fully that He will not leave us to carry on tomorrow's task alone, then we can lay down the burdens of the day and get that sound sleep that we so desperately need. So number six, is this number six? I think this is number six. But it is okay to say no. So whether it be business or personal, we're constantly bombarded with requests, and it doesn't do anything but add something else to our to-do list. It adds other things to our daily activities. And that's the old saying goes, give the busiest man more to do, he'll always get it done. Bosses want us to oversee additional projects, maybe work some overtime. Friends invite us to birthday parties, events. And don't get me wrong, none of these things are wrong. However, it is perfectly acceptable and it's mature to simply pray about everything that should be on your to-do list today, this week, and going forward, and just say no to things that is going to bring more stress to your life. Last but not least, in order to manage our time effectively as single mothers, we need to be spending time with the Lord daily. And it can be hard because sometimes you don't want to sit down and pray. Sometimes you don't want to open your Bible. Sometimes you're tired and all you want to do is sleep. And some of you may be wondering, how is it that you could possibly add Bible and prayer time to an already jam-packed schedule? And I recently heard an interesting fact. And studies have found that what we think about during the first 7 minutes of the day closely determines the outcome for the remainder of our day. So if you're awake and you're energized and you're excited about what God has planned for your day, you're filled with gratitude for the things that you have been given by God, then you are more likely to emit that to others. And the opposite is also true. If you wake up like, oh Lord, another day, I just gotta get up. I'm tired of taking these children to school by myself, Lord. I just need some help, Lord. I'm tired of going to work, Lord. I'm tired of going to this job. I'm just tired. Then, of course, the rest of your day is probably not gonna be that exciting. It's probably gonna be kind of frustrating. So even on my busiest days, if I could get up a few minutes before my son, I sip me a little tea alone, I journal and I read my Bible, then my mind is refreshed and I'm excited about everything that God is doing in me and through me and for me. And it gives me a fresh outlook on life for that day. So that's all the time management tips that I have for you guys on today. I love you all. And again, don't forget to comment some of your best time management strategies that you have for yourself as a single mom. And I'll talk to you in my next video.